A very good morning. So, in today's class, we will be moving ahead with the topic. Now, in previous class, we have done what is weather and what is climate. In today's class, we will be discussing, close the books first. Please first, because if I will ask, you will search in your books. And I want to see your memory. I want to just see your memory, what you have remembered. In today's class, we will be discussing about the instruments which I have left and all the adaptation techniques which we will be reading in this book. So the class will be lengthy. Have patience. I think so this is the last class. There will be no problem with that with me. Now, let's move to the directly to your topic. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe अपना on करूँगी.
Animals and first topic we will read instruments. The second we will read adaptation in animals. So in instruments we are going to learn means rain gauge, anemometer, hygrometer, barometer, and lastly weather thermometer. So first let's take the rain gauge, and this is the rain gauge, how it looks. Can anyone tell me from the name and from the picture what does a rain gauge do?
We measure rain with the rain gauge.
Have you opened your book?
No, ma'am. I have read it yesterday.
Very good.
Read it.
Then if it is a true answer, then it's very good that you have listened to my words. Now let's see, are you right or wrong? The rain gauge is a meteorological instrument used to measure the precipitating rain in the given amount of time per unit area. See, precipitating rain means it can be in the form of snow, it can be in the form of hailstorms. So, the rain can be in any form. Understood the word precipitating rain? Any confusion with the term precipitating rain?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's move ahead. Another type is anemometer. What? Can you see the figure? Can anyone give me an idea? What does an anemometer do?
Ma'am, it
Ma'am,
measures the speed of the
measures the wind speed.
And anything else it does? See the figure? The figure is only giving you the answer.
It also shows that in which the wind, in which direction the wind is blowing.
direction the air is coming from.
Right. So, anemometer is a device used for measuring wind speed and its direction. It is also a common weather station instrument. Now let's see another hygrometer. I have discussed yesterday also. Right. 1 minute. I have shown you the cross-sectional figure, means the detailed figure of the hygrometer, and this is the hygrometer actually how it looks. I have shown you the scale of the hygrometer. Now I am showing you how the hygrometer looks. Now can anyone tell me what does a hygrometer do?
It is used to measure the humidity.
Used in meteorological science to measure humidity, or the other word for humidity is amount of water vapor in the air. So please note down what is the other name used for hygrometer. It's psychrometer. Psychrometer. Now note down the other name for hygrometer is psychrometer. Noted? Have you noted?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move ahead. Barometer. Now, first see the figure and please try to tell me what does it do. The figure is answering you, so please try it out.
It tells the atmospheric pressure.
Right.
Pressure of air.
A barometer is a scientific instrument that is used to measure air pressure in a certain environment. That is, it's used to measure atmospheric pressure. Any confusion? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
The next thing is the weather thermometer. Is it same as the thermometer we use? Is it same as the thermometer we use?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Why?
No, ma'am.
Why? WHY. Why?
Ma'am, because it is used to measure the weather.
Weather. And okay, let me tell you. First, let me show you the figure. Can now anyone tell me why?
Ma'am, it tells the temperature.
Okay, the same thing. Then why?
Ma'am, like room temperature.
Ma'am,
Huh? I'm there. You have to
Ma'am,
only answer.
thermometer, ma'am, we measure from 35 degrees Celsius till 43 degrees Celsius. Ma'am, but in this, we measure from 50
Minus
degree,
50.
minus 50 degrees Celsius till 50 degrees Celsius.
Okay. So let me see how many points you have given me right. And honestly, you will answer that, ma'am, these points only I have said right and rest I have said wrong. Understood? Or I have not thought about these points also. Understood? Will you be true to yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thermometer measures the air temperature. Okay. You said measures the temperature of the weather. We can conclude it as air temperature. Okay. I will give you a point for this. Most thermometers are those glass tubes containing this type of liquid. See, it either contains alcohol or mercury. But a normal thermometer contains only what? It contains only mercury. But a weather thermometer can contain alcohol or mercury. Same concept of expansion. When air around the tube heats, the liquid expands and moves up the tube. The scale is shown like this. It has both Fahrenheit and degree Celsius scale. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone tell how many points you missed? Which basic point you have missed? Which basic point you have missed? To state the difference between a thermometer and a normal thermometer. Come on, tell me which. You have said you will be true to Missy. Huh?
Means that it has alcohol or mercury also. It contains chemical also.
And right, the basic difference is a weather thermometer can use alcohol or mercury, but in a normal thermometer, be it a clinical or a laboratory thermometer, there is always mercury. Can you remember this one? If it is asked, write the difference between a weather thermometer and a thermometer. Can you?
Yes, ma'am.
The difference is it measures air temperature, and a normal temperature thermometer can measure anything, right? Any type of temperature. Now, second point is a weather thermometer only uses can use alcohol or mercury, but a normal thermometer only uses mercury. Understood? Then weather thermometer mostly have both types of scale, but in normal thermometer we can see one scale at a time. We convert it to other scale, but we see only one scale at a time. We convert it to other scale, but we can see only one scale at a time. Understood? these all were the instruments. Now moving to adaptation in animals. First, why does the animals adapt? See, adaptations are any, what is the word adaptation means? Adaptations are any behavioral or physical characteristics of an animal that help it to survive in its environment. Means any change, whatever change is due for its survival. Have you heard the proverb? Survival of the fittest. Have you heard?
Yes, ma'am.
So what does this
No, ma'am.
mean? No. Who
No, ma'am.
can tell me what does this mean? Survival of the fittest.
Ma'am, I don't.
No. Okay. Acha, let's take it's a present day situation. अभी का situation लेते हैं. We are having COVID and dengue everywhere, right? What are the changes we have taken in our daily routine? Can anyone tell me? What are the changes we have taken in our daily routine?
We are taking vitamin C more to increase our immunity.
Okay, one. Do we used to do in our daily routine? Do we used to do in our daily routine? Do we used to
Yes,
do
ma'am.
daily routine? Daily
Yes.
routine. रोज ऐसा कुछ करते थे?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, one more. That means that is a behavioral. Huh? Yes.
Ma'am, we have started going very rare outside as we mostly.
Okay. What are the physical changes you have taken? Means in your body. What are the physical changes you have done in your body or in your daily routine? Physical changes.
Ma'am, we are
Ma'am,
taking proper hygiene.
We are keeping
Ma'am, we are
proper.
taking proper
Okay.
hygiene.
I'm giving you some points. Yes or no, you will tell me. Okay. Because of COVID-19, we stopped taking we are taking water. Yes or no? Do we used to do this in summers? Do we used to do this in summers?
Can you please? Ma'am, your voice was not clear at
Ma'am,
that
can
time.
you please repeat, ma'am? Your voice was not coming.
Okay, wait. Let anyone has hampered with my, I think so. Let me check. Let me check anyone has hampered or not. No, no one has touched my speaker. Then why it has happened, I don't know. Let me go back to the slide again.
Ma'am, when you were saying
Ma'am,
that at
it
that
was
time,
open.
many children had opened their eyes.
What happened?
Ma'am, ma'am, someone's speaker was opened.
Yes,
Okay. So when I speak, please
When
try to control your speakers. Okay. Put a hand if you want to answer. Because it's you have seen I take an interactive class only. I don't take lectures. I take interactive classes, and that's enough for you. सुनते रहो. कौन सा चाहिए?
Ma'am, again, someone like
पहले बताओ.
Ma'am, Adya,
हम बोले या तुम लोग सुनो या हम ही बोलते रहे तुम लोग सुनो. दोनों बात करते रहे वही ज्यादा बेटर नहीं है. Right? So when anyone wants to answer, please open the speaker because everyone can see everyone's speaker. Right? Right? Everyone can see everyone's speaker now. So if you see one speaker is getting open, please don't open your speaker. Okay? That much discipline you can maintain. That much now. Because when I am opening my slides, I cannot again and again turn back. You can see I cannot again and again turn back and switch on and off my speaker. Okay? Can I continue with the class? Can I?
yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
now, moving to the slide again. Adaptation. So, what happened? I was talking about, let's go. I was talking about what happens that in you started drinking hot water more than cold water or not? Yes or no?
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And do we used to
Yes,
do
ma'am.
do we used to do this thing in normally summers?
No, ma'am.
No,
Yes.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
This is the dengue, in the month of summers, we are wearing full sleeve clothes. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it our
Yes,
daily
ma'am.
pattern of living? Was it our daily pattern of living?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So, these are the changes which has happened in the environment, and for those we have changed our lifestyle. And what happened to this? This is only to survive only, na? To live, to stay alive. And those who are not able to survive, they are dying. You can see the death rates also in the news daily coming or not. Those who are not adapting these things are dying. Right? Means the basic environment who is not able to adapt the changes are dying, or they are not changing their life pattern are dying. So this is only the word survival of the fittest means. Understood the word survival of the fittest? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And on this principle only adaptation is based. Okay. Now another term we will come across is evolution. See, these adaptation techniques are for small time. अभी है, गर्मियों में है, सर्दियों में जरूरत नहीं है. But some adaptation techniques take in our genes, means interiorly, अंदर से होते हैं. And that takes it once changed will never change, and those are called evolution. Those are called evolution. For example, we say monkeys are our primitives or our forefathers. We say commonly. What does this mean? This means that beforehand we used to live on trees. We used to walk on four hands. But when we learned to walk on land, we started to stand straight, right? And so, does we now move on our four legs? Our body changed, got a genetic change. Tail was there. The tail got removed permanently because the tail was used for balancing our body. But now we can balance our body on our two legs. So do we require the tail? Do we require the tail? No. So
No.
that means what? This is the evolution? This is a genetic change? This is a genetic change or not? Now, can
Yes.
you see a man with a tail? Can you see a man with a tail? No, no? So, now have you understood what is adaptation and what is evolution? Is it clear what is adaptation? The term adaptation means, and what does the term evolution mean? So, can we move
Yes,
ahead? I'm moving ahead with the slides now. Okay? So,
Yes, ma'am.
now I'm reading it. See the lines properly. Adaptations are any behavior or physical characteristics of an animal that helps it to survive in its environment. These characteristics fall in the three main categories. First is body parts. Second is body covering. Third is behavior. Third is behavior. Any or all of these types of adaptation play a critical role in the survival of the animal. What if they play a critical role in the survival of the animal? See, now adaptation appears in a very long time through a process called evolution. Just now we discussed the term evolution. Just now discussed or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
During evolution, genetic changes take a place in an organism which make it possible for an organism, these genetic changes help the organisms to possess the features that in turn help it to adapt. Any confusion with these lines?
No, ma'am.
Clear?
No, ma'am.
Can I move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's take the polar region first. Life is in the polar region is difficult, right or wrong? Why? Because there are bitterly cold winds which are across the landscape. The temperature is negative, and it's not for a day but for months. Night seems to be never ending. Winter nights are for months. There is no sun. You have all read these things in geography also.
Yes,
There
ma'am.
is no vegetation, but wildlife is there. So how does this wildlife has survived, has adapted? So let's take some examples. For example, Arctic wolf, polar bear, then Arctic fox and penguins. So I will be taking two animals, polar bear and penguin. Okay, my dear students, one thing remember, I have only taken those highlighted points. There are, in your book, there are many points. You have to study all those points, okay? You have to study all these points, learn all these points, but I have taken, because we have to cover up the class within the time only, so I have taken only the basic points which will show you the distinguish between, which will be the basic important points. Rest you have to read from your book. Am I clear? So if I am not taking a point, that doesn't mean that it's not in your course. It's in your course, but because of the time, I have taken it within such points only which are very important. Understood?
Yes.
Am I clear? Yes. So should I move? Okay. Now. So let's see. Adaptation in polar bear. You can see the figure?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So I'm moving one point at a time. See the first one. White fur not easily visible in the snowy white background. So it helps to hide from predators, and at the same time when it hunts an prey, the prey cannot see him, vice versa. When it protects it also, and it helps in hunting the animals also. It has a two layer. It doesn't only have one layer of fur, it has two thick layer of fur which helps it to protect it from cold weather. And beneath these two thick layer of fur, there is a thick layer of fat which works as an insulator, which helps him to keep it warm inside its body also. Means the first two layer helps it to hide as well as not get the protect it from the harsh weather outside. And the thick layer, the next layer, that is a thick layer, helps it to keep itself warm. Now it has a strong sense of smell which helps it to locate its prey from a very distance. Now since you can see it walks on its four legs, so it has long claws which help it to get a hold on the snow, which helps it to get a tight grip on the snow, and it can walk easily. Understood? Understood? This is the basic adaptation which a normal bear doesn't have, but a polar bear has. Understood? A normal bear doesn't have. Huh? Any confusion?
No, ma'am. Understood.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I have taken all the points, but just the points which are highlighting a polar bear. Rest points are there, many points are there which you have to read from your book. Understood? I have taken the highlighted points which are either not in your book, the points which are either not in your book, and it's important, I have highlighted in the slides. Okay? Either it's very important or not in your book. Those points only I have highlighted in the slides. Rest you have to read by yourself. Okay? And if there is confusion, please do inform me. Okay? Can I move to the next slide?
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
let's talk about the penguin. See, first thing, similarly as the white color helps it to hide and catch its prey. Now, penguin is a bird, but it's a flightless bird. But it's a very good swimmer. But how it helps it to swim? Though it's a bird, what happens? The body is a streamlined. Streamlined means the S-shaped, and at the same time, it's slippery. So what happens? The water does not enter its feather. And it has a webbed feet like a duck. Have you seen a duck? Okay. Have you seen a duck? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it helps. So that's why these two points help it to swim very quickly in water. Now you can see a small tail. You can see a small tail, right or wrong? You can see, right? Which helps it to balance and walk on feet. This small tail helps it to balance itself and walk on 2 feet. It all the next point, the penguins stay in a group, means it huddles together. You can have, I have taken a single picture, but most of the time in the if you have seen penguins in pictures and every other way, you have seen many penguins are like a gathering, like madhubakhiyon ke chatte ki tarah, right? You have seen many penguins together. Why? Because many their body temperature of many penguins when heat everyone, so they help them. This helps them to keep themselves warm. At the same time, this skin is very thick. One thing, how does it swims in water, but it slides on land. When it has to move fast, it slides, and when it has to slide, its body gets dragged on the land. So this thick skin helps it to protect it from the harsh floor and does not get any hurt. And this beneath this thick skin, there is a thick layer of fat and it is the same doing the same task as it was doing in the case of polar bear. Any confusion? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Please don't say no. If you have a confusion, please do ask, because the classes will not be repeated. If you have a confusion, please do ask. Are the lines clear? I have written in a simplified manner in the columns, but I have explained it also. So if there is any confusion, do ask. No? Then I am moving. Now moving to the next type of region. In the desert region. The desert in which there is an excess. Now the problem in desert region is that there is no rainfall, and at the same time there is heavy evaporation. Means पानी तो कम है ही, और जितना पानी भी है वो भी evaporate हो जाता है. Right? Understood the concept? What's the basic problem in there is at the same time heavy evaporation also. So what happens? The desert animals, which are also known as zero coal. Desert animals are also known as zero coal. Z-E-R-X-E-R, not Z-E-R-O. X-E-R-C-O-L-E. Note down this word, zero coal. Desert animals are also called as zero coal. Z-X-E-R-O-C-O-L-E. Zero coal. Understood? So, for what they have to fight for? Lack of excessive heat. Two things they have to fight for. What is one is lack of water and the other is excessive heat. Means two things they have to fight. So can you tell me some examples of desert animals or zero coal animals?
Camel.
And any other? Camel.
Ma'am, lizard.
Right.
Ma'am, snake.
Snake. Right. So, but I have taken these snake can be seen in desert areas also, and without the desert areas also. But these two animals are only found in desert areas. Okay, these two types of animals are also only found in desert areas. That is camel and meerkat. Rest of the animals are correct, but they can be found in other areas also. Understood? Am I clear?
Ma'am.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So let's
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
let's see how does a camel adapt. All the lines and details have been given. I'm just reading it. If any confusion, please stop me and I'll explain. Okay? With the explanation, I've written each and every line. I'm reading it for you. If there is any confusion, stop me and I'll explain. Okay? Any problem? Yes or no? Thick fur to keep the sun's heat from away during the day. Huh? Anything you want to ask? Anyone anything want to ask? No. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm reading it out. Thick fur to keep the sun's heat away during the day but provide warmth at night. Clear? Hump to store food as fat to provide energy for long period of time in desert. To store food as fat. Long eyelashes to keep sand out of eyes. Thin nostrils that can be closed. Nostrils can be closed to prevent sand blowing in. See, long muscular.
Ma'am.
Huh? Yes.
Ma'am, what are nostrils?
You have not read in biology. Okay. Nostrils is your nose. The hairs in your nose. You can see, if you see your nose, there is a thin membrane. हल्का सा अपना नाक देखो, उसमें पतली सी स्किन है, उसको नॉस्ट्रिल्स बोलते हैं. जिससे, और हमारे नॉस्ट्रिल्स को कैसे प्रोटेक्ट किया जाता है? वी हैव हेयर्स ऑन इट्स नॉस्ट्रिल्स. हमारे नॉस्ट्रिल्स पे देखो हेयर है, लेकिन ठीक. एनी प्रॉब्लम? अंडरस्टूड?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Long muscular legs that allow camels to walk for miles across the desert. Then leather knees to help prevent burning and kneeling on the. How a camel sits? It kneels down now. So there is a leathery pad which helps it to kneel down and prevents it from burning. Understood? Then wide feet help to spread the camel's weight. You can see the feet, they are wide and make it easier to walk on sand. Leathery pads, there are padding, protect the heat and act like snowshoes to prevent it from sinking. Understood? If the pad helps it to get the area and it doesn't sink in the sole of, as we have sole in our under our feet now, as we have sole under our feet, they have leathery pad. Understood? Any confusion? Very long intestines to reabsorb as much water as possible from food eaten. Very long intestine to reabsorb as much water as possible from food eaten. Understood or not? Any confusion? Class, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Understood all the points? सोल, पैर के नीचे जो स्किन होती है उसको सोल कहते हैं. पैर के नीचे की स्किन को, हाँ, अंडरस्टूड? SOLE, नीचे की स्किन को. जैसे हम लोग के नीचे सोल होता है, इन द सेम मैनर कैमल के पैर के नीचे लेदर पैड है जो हेल्प करता है कैमल को खड़े होने के लिए और सैंड में उसका पैर अंदर ना चला जाए. एंड एट द सेम टाइम जो हीट है, सैंड गर्म है ना, दिन के टाइम में गर्म है, तो वो गर्म उसके पैर के अंदर ना लगे, उसको पैर जलेगा. समझ में? एनी कंफ्यूजन? Can we move to the other region? Now can we move to the other region? Okay, let's move to the other region. Which region is left? Can anyone tell which type of region is left? We have done polar region. We have seen the tropical
rain forest.
Right, tropical region. In the previous day class only climate I told you na, Earth is divided into three types of region. Torrid, then frigid and the temperate zone. So we will move to the tropical region. First let's see what is the climate in the, what is the adaptation, basic adaptation. The tropical region lies both the sides of the equator line on the earth. The basic problem is here it is having hot but plenty of rain, means it's very high temperature, but at the same time it has rainfall, heavy rainfall. And when both the things are possible, what happens? When both the things are present, there is evergreen forest, means there are vegetation, lots of food, lots of animal vegetation, बहुत तरीके के animals भी हैं, बहुत तरीके के plants भी हैं. When this comes, when a lot of thing is there comes a problem. What? Can you tell me what comes the problem when lot of thing is there? जब खाना भी बहुत ज्यादा है और एनिमल्स भी बहुत ज्यादा है, तो कौन सी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है, बताओ. सोचो, तुम्हारे पास खाना भी है और तुम खुद को तो रख नहीं सकते. सी वन थिंग, खाना भी खाना है और अपने आप को भी बचाना है. क्या हुआ? तुम तो खाना खा रहे हो, लेकिन तुम भी तो किसी का खाना हो, किसी का खाना हो या नहीं? Right? For example, frog eats insect, okay, but at the same time snake eats a frog. Right or wrong? Frog eats insect, but at the same time snake eats frog. So two things they have to do for their survival. One thing, eat food, and the other thing to protect it from getting it. Understood? One thing to eat food, and the other thing is to get itself protected from getting eaten. Understood the concept? What's the target of tropical region? So for this, they have this only I have explained. You can take a screenshot. Whatever I have told, this is only explained in this slide. Can you take a screenshot? Should I read it for you? Okay. Now let's move. Adaptation in red-eyed frogs. So first type of animal I am taking, red-eyed frogs. In red-eyed frogs, the frog generally lives in water, but this type of frog lives on tree. They have sticky pads that help it to climb on the trees. They do not live in water and have, see, here you can see the arrow here. I'm showing you a green back and a creamy underside. You can see the underside is creamy color. It has big and bulging bright red eyes, and it is nocturnal, means it sleeps during the day and becomes active during the night and feeds on the insects present on the trees. Frog eats insects, but it only eats the insects which are present on the tree. The bulging eyes of the frog protect it from its predators. What happens? The sudden opening of big and red big eye frightens the predators for a while, and in the meantime, the frog gets time to jump to a safe place. Understood what it does? Because of बड़ी बड़ी आंखें दिखा के डरा देता है, और जैसे ही वो बंदा सामने वाला जो डर जाता है, भाग जाता है. Understood? So,
Yes, ma'am.
Green color of the frog, it hides, and the green color, because of the green color, it easily hides in the green leaves. Now, next is the lion-tailed macacoy. What is read as macacoy? Lion-tailed macacoy. It's a monkey called a beard ape. It is also called beard ape. Lives in the rainforest of Western Ghats in India. Western Ghats in India. It has silver white mane which surrounds the head from its cheek down to its chin, which is the specific characteristics of the animal. You can see a beard. Normally, monkeys do not have beard, but it has a beard. It's a lion tail. It has a lion tail. Because you see, the tail is like a monkey's tail is like a C, but its tail is like straight, like lion. It is like the lion having bunch of tuft, means hairs of hair on the at the end. Bunch of hairs at the end. spends most of their time feeding on the upper canopy of the trees, means at the top of the trees, and feeds on fruits, seeds, young leaves, stems, flowers and buds. That means eat and also can eat insects present under the bee. So what happens? If there is no leaves, it will eat the insects. Since it is able to get sufficient food on trees, it comes rarely down the ground and spend major part of its life on the tree. So what happens? That means it is a good climber. Why? Because of its hand and feet adapted to hold the trees properly. Understood? Understood? Okay. Let's see another toucan. See? Can you see the toucan bird?
Yes, ma'am.
Which in rainforest and possesses a long, strong, large beak. Long, strong, large beak. The bird is adapted for tropical rainforest in several ways. How? See, the colorful, it's a strong, strange beak. Why? See, I have written down, I'm just explaining it to you. At the end, we can later read these slides. See, the beak is strong. It can hold, at the same time, it can hold a lot of food in it. Means, अपने बीक में वो खाना स्टोर भी कर सकता है. मींस एक साथ वो बहुत ज्यादा खाना ले लेता है, अपने बीक में स्टोर कर लेता है टेम्परेरी और फिर बाद में खा लेता है. Then it has camouflage, means its feathers can change color and which helps it to protect it from the predators, and it gets easily mixed in the trees. Understood? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you say it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Lion and tigers. They are also called big cats and carnivores. They eat only flesh of other animals. So they have a skin color. They have the thick skin, and skin color helps them to camouflage. That is yellow-brown color of lion and black strips of tigers help to hide from forest by blending, means it mixes with the surrounding. They catch prey. They have strong sense of smell which helps them to locate their prey from a distance. Sensitive hearing also helps them to catch. That's why from a distance they can hear and smell their prey. Their eyes they have eye in front of their head. You can see the eyes are like human beings. They have eyes in front of their, not on sides, but in front of their head, which helps them to have a correct idea of the location of their prey. And lastly, they have strong legs which help them to run fast. Long and sharp and strong claws in front of their legs which help them to catch and tear their prey. Understood? Any confusion?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Last animal is the elephant. The elephant has a thick skin which protects it from sun, and at the same time its skin helps it to protect it from predators. See, because of the huge body, the elephant heats the body temperature of elephant is very high. So in order to cool down itself, it has big ears which keep on fanning, cooling, which helps it to cool itself. Then it has tusks which is not for a show, but it helps it to dig, because for digging and make place to sit, and at the same time to protect itself from the predators. Now you can see it doesn't have claws, so how to hold its food? So it has a long trunk which not only help or touching things but help it to pick up the things. Okay. Now, have you seen a cow? How it removes its? Have you seen the cow moving its tails? How it moves? It uses the tail as a fan to remove the bugs and insects from its body. In the same manner, an elephant uses his tail to remove the bugs. And elephant drinks a lot of water because of its body. It is always in a need of water and it can get dehydrated. So prevent it from dehydration, it drinks a lot of water, that is about 50 gallons of water a day. It drinks a 50 gallons of water a day. Have you understood? Have you understood?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All from my
Yes,
side.
ma'am.
Yes, all from my side. I hope you have understood today's topic and you have to read the book properly, and we will be in the next session, we will be doing the exercises and the leftover questions which I have not yet discussed. Understood? Any confusion? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
No.
Thank you and have a nice